Now this is Hollywood Unlocked. What up, everybody? It's Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored. I'm Jason Lee.
Yeah, it was DJ Damage.
All right, Melissa Ford is still not here. She's with her mom, and we send her our prayers, and
That's right.
We hope all is well. All right, so look, make sure you're listening to us on iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. Some hating ass nigga gave us I don't know what they did, but we have 4.7 now. We're going to get it up to 5.
Well, yeah, we got to bump that up.
Yeah, bump that up.
Bump it up.
You know, I hear words, and it literally will take the show in a whole different direction. You know, because I was having a conversation with somebody about herpes. And
why?
Because there's just things in life that I don't want to get. I don't want to get more depressed.
Okay.
I don't want to get more taxes, because the taxes right now are crazy.
Oh, my God. I'm doing my taxes tomorrow.
And I don't want to get herpes.
I mean, Lord forbid it, you know, hopefully not.
No, ain't no hopefully not, nigga. I'm not getting it. But
are you practicing safe sex?
Of course. Well, I mean, when I'm sober. No, I'm just playing. I'm playing. Somebody did come into my life who used to be in my life who said to me that they still liked me, but that they, you know, had herpes.
Oh.
So I had to decide.
Is that a deal breaker?
Yeah, that's a deal breaker. I don't know. Is it a deal breaker?
Is that a deal breaker? Do you know like 1 in 3 people have herpes?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody told me the other night at dinner that we all have herpes.
Yeah, I think we all have some kind of form of herpes.
No. You didn't
have to learn about this at school?
I think I dropped out and went to college. dropped out of that too.
And went to college.
I'm an author. But the point is that where's this whole thing like, okay, I know we all have mucus.
Yeah.
But like now we all have herpes.
If you get cold sores,
I don't get cold sores.
Oh, then you don't got herpes. But you know,
this person is convinced that we all have herpes. Swear to God, I said at dinner, we were at dinner eating. First of all, you should not be talking about herpes at dinner.
Over food.
Now I'm in your mouth, and then maybe your tongue moves a certain direction. There's an extra piece of lettuce. Now I think you got a herpes. I'm looking at your utensils too close to mine. I don't know. I just pray that everybody doesn't get herpes.
Yeah, you know.
What if you were dating a girl and then you went to kiss her, and when you kissed her, you felt a bump on her tongue and realized that you were kissing,
her tongue?
but you were kissing a herpes? Would you say something?
Hell yeah! But can you get herpes on your tongue?
Can you?
No, I think yeah. Look, everybody shaking their head. No.
And they got permanent gonorrhea.
Permanent gonorrhea.
So the people that are listening, I know coronavirus is this big thing, right? Everybody in the world is walking around looking at. And I don't know why you're just looking at Asian people, because there are other people who have coronavirus at this point.
Exactly.
So please stop discriminating against our Asian Americans. But my point is that now people are not worried about the things that are closer to them than coronavirus.
Like the flu.
Like a bitch with herpes in her mouth, or a nigga who has permanent gonorrhea.
What the fuck is permanent gonorrhea?
You can, like, you know how you catch gonorrhea?
I heard about this.
Now they say you cannot get rid of it.
Where it just burns forever?
You just keep it.
This an infinite burn.
I don't have it, so
it's like hell.
Yeah, for those of you that believe in hell, I believe in hell.
That hellfire.
All right, so what would you say though to a girl who you're kissing and then you feel a bump in her mouth and realize
a
that
bump
you've
on
now
her
kissed
tongue?
her
Like what the fuck? You might get punched. You got a bump on your tongue. If you kissing a girl, and you feel a bump on her tongue.
Yeah, but she might have thought it was.
Well, I'm supposed to grab her face and like, open your mouth. Let me see.
You're supposed to inspect. Don't you look at everything you eat before you taste it?
I don't think you've ever inspected a dude's mouth.
I've inspected a dude's everything. You absolutely.
So before you kiss a dude, you open up his mouth like say
if I'm sober, but
with the popsicle stick. Let me see.
I told y'all the story about the doctor with the popsicle stick. I'm still traumatized by that. Okay, so anyway, I don't understand this whole everybody has herpes thing, and I'm done.
They say 1 in 3.
This is a bumpy subject.
1 in 3.
What are we talking about? What is this show even about? Why are we doing this show? I want to give up every day when I come to this show because I know I'm going to get in trouble for something.
Yeah, we've been kind of teetering the line recently.
Yeah, well, I will say to people, this is an uncensored show. However, our last episode, we had to edit a couple things out because we just went too far. Damn, Claudia Jordan, you are not welcome to the show again. Now you can come back.
She brings something out of you, Jason, that I haven't seen before. Y'all both are like twins.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so what the fuck else are we talking about, damage?
We can talk about let's talk about check babies, right?
Okay.
So Future, he's on his what is this number 5?
For people listening to the show, we did not prepare today, but this is the thing about being a skilled person.
Let's talk about Future. Future, we know him for making good records and having baby moms. Mm-hmm. So I guess his I don't know which number of baby mom this is. I don't.
I think it's like 9 or 19.
You're just making that up.
No, he has 8 kids.
He has 8 kids. That don't mean he has 9 baby moms.
He has 8 baby mamas. Google
does.
it. Yes, he does.
He don't. I think it's like
Future,
6.
no, because I have a mental picture right now from the Wendy show when she talked about it, and there were literally 8 women on the screen.
I thought it was 6. All right, it doesn't matter.
6 of them have faces, but 2 were faceless.
Yeah, so I can't say her name. Eliza Rain, the 8th or 6th
now,
one.
you know if you stick your dick in a woman named Eliza Rain, you're going to have problems.
Damn.
Right?
Well, Future's saying she got pregnant on purpose, saying that she refers to her daughter as a check baby. Now, this is a thing.
What's a check baby?
This is a thing where girls be having, babies with dudes just to secure their next 18 years. This is a thing.
No, that's not happening.
No, this is a thing.
These women are not bringing a whole life into the world for a check.
You're crazy.
Really?
That's like the plan.
Why?
I can't say this is her plan. I don't know if that's her plan.
So when you meet a girl out, do you ever feel like do you have a sensor for check babyitis or whatever we call it?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the check out of her.
Why? You're not trying to get the check out of her.
That's what I'm looking at.
Are you really?
Yeah.
How do you get the check out?
Because it's no money. You're not gonna get nothing from me.
Wait, but do you want a woman to trick on you?
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Why?
Yo, sometimes, as a man, when you out here dating and courting women, sometimes you want to see what it's like to be on the other side.
No.
On the other side of the table.
I think
buy me some food.
I think men should get tricked on only if it's from another man.
Nah.
Because men are the provider.
Women tricks are the best.
Really?
Yeah, because they think about the shit I wouldn't think about. Like, they go get me massages, and I'm getting hand rubs and face scrubs. Shit I didn't even think that I should be tricking on myself with. She's providing that.
But what about shoes?
Shoes? No, see, now there's an old tale that if a woman buy you shoes, it's like
she's gonna walk out of your life.
That's why she gets you the foot scrub and rub. She ain't gonna get you shoes.
But niggas back in the days, the Flintstones didn't have shoes. They was running out of people's lives just without shoes.
So when I'm dating a girl, I'm trying to see if I can get the check from her. But no, this is the thing. I unfortunately I got a few friends that move like that. They be like, "Who's at the club? I'm trying to do this and do that," and they try to catch you slipping to get this baby out of you.
Have you ever gotten somebody pregnant on accident?
No. Thank God.
But if you did,
terrifying.
I ain't gonna say that.
Terrifying.
There's things I just can't say anymore. I'm sorry, people. I'm trying to get a little bit more corporate. So we talked about Steven Spielberg one of our last shows. We talked about Steven Spielberg's daughter, and
I finally got a picture of her because when I was talking, I didn't really get to see her.
Now, what she look like?
She kind of looked like a Cabbage Patch doll. You don't think so?
She looked more like a Garbage Pail Kid. And she had that delayed speech really took me out.
Leave her alone.
She
would be great in
porn.
porn.
The part that I said about her fucking E.T. dressed up like Miss Seeley.
That ain't right.
That was hilarious.
That ain't right. Yo. I feel like she could go in the porn direction, like really direct porn. Like she could take the knowledge she learned from her dad and really make some big productions.
So she should like build out a stage of like the Color Purple porn.
That could be version. Crazy.
Tell me about it.
The Color Purple in porn?
Tell me about it.
It's going to be dramatic.
What part? So when they're at dinner, she said, "Oh, the shit you did to me, I did to you." Basically would then flash back to her fucking somebody else in the field.
It's kind of wrong.
I don't think we should do that.
Yeah, Color Purple porn.
But if you think about it, let me list the porn that I'd want to watch. I would definitely want to see
like remakes?
I would want to see a porn called Set It Off.
Yeah, that could be lit.
But again, what are you robbing? Because you can't take the vagina because that's rape, and we all learned that's
not going down that
in the
road.
era of Me Too. You can't have no fake rape scene, right? So what would you be stealing?
Damn, I don't know. Everything I would say would be terrible. Okay, let's move on.
So this show's become so corporate now. We can't fucking laugh, and you people are the reason why we can no longer say the shit that if you go back 100 episodes, that we said shit 100 episodes. I know what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna wait till I get the real bag, and they're gonna put out a clip saying, "Do you remember when he said this about Ariana Grande? Did we delete that episode?"
I hope so.
Damn. Can't say nothing no more. Everybody's sensitive.
Girl Strip could be a good remake for porn. That could be a good one.
Nigga.
Yeah, I would watch that.
Nah, nigga, I want to see Boys in the Hood.
Nah, Boys in the Hood.
Wait, but if Boys in the Hood pulled up on Girls Trip,
That'd be crazy.
that could be like a gangbang out of heaven, right? Fuck. I'm gonna tell Tiffany Haddish to produce that.
What, a Girl Trip like porn remake?
Boys in the Hood pulling up on Girls Trip, but like a collaboration where, you know, Ricky may get shot, but he getting shot up by the homie.
Because he fucked this girl?
No, not shot up with guns. You know, it's a different type of porn.
Wait.
It's My Boys in the Hood, my version.
Oh.
Yeah, because you be like, yo, he shot up Ricky. Like, y'all shoot you up too.
What do you mean?
Never mind. It's real gay. What are we doing? What is people? We are giving you an extra show today because we had nothing else to do. I don't know what the fuck we're doing, but you're still tuned in because you're like, this is
Because you love us.
This is the dumbest shit ever. The show's going down the hill. All
I'm
right.
trying to find more topics in my
What
phone.
else are we talking about? So J-Lo and Shakira in the news. We put on
Oh,
Hollywood
damn.
Unlocked. They got 1,300 FCC violation charges, I guess, because they shook their ass.
That's what people do. First of all, they did rehearsal for the Super Bowl. No one noticed that they're going to be shaking their ass all 15 rehearsals before.
So you think Shakira's performing and there's not going to be one ass shake?
It's Shakira.
But I kind of feel like Janet Jackson's somewhere eating a Twinkie like, fuck, I'm happy these bitches got it. Because she
Yeah.
got destroyed for showing her little nipple.
She didn't even show it. A man ripped it off, and then he acted like he had nothing to do with it the whole time afterwards. It's like, all right, JT.
You're the first man I heard blame a man. The man.
What I'm saying is, I feel like it was a plan. He acted like after it happened, he had no idea what was going on. Like, bro, you grabbed her titty and revealed it.
Speaking of Janet Jackson, can I just say I'm tired of her acting shy? You too fucking old. You too fucking old. But this whispering shit that you doing, Joey, tell her to stop whispering and stop.
You don't like the whisper? It's
Stop.
sexy.
No. Fuck no. I'm sick of the whispering. In fact, all the Jacksons, starting today, you can no longer whisper.
She even whispers in the music.
Why?
That's her voice.
That's
It's
probably why.
little.
That's probably why people aren't hearing her on the charts
Oh.
because they can't hear.
But it's Janet Jackson.
I get it. No, she's beautiful. From the waist up, she can move her ass off. But I'm telling you right now, stop fucking whispering.
What happened with the waist down?
It's just there.
You don't move. Janet still
Turn
be
the
moving.
camera over here. Get away from me. No, I love Janet Jackson. She's a fucking icon. You know, she's a legend. She's an icon. She'll never come on this show because you know we're the gutter pretty much for her.
You never know. She might come over here whispering.
Nah, Janet. What's she gonna say? Hello, everybody. I'm nice to be here. What?
Come on, you would love to have Janet on the show.
I would die if Janet Jackson came on the show.
Let her come over here and whisper. She whispered to me.
Janet's not coming on the show, but Rihanna told me for herself.
Ooh.
You both were there. Rihanna told me herself she's coming on the show.
What her breath smell like?
Everything with her smells.
I know.
Rich.
I just want to smell Rihanna.
She smells rich. I told her exactly what I said. You smell like your money got money.
I know what the perfume smell like, but now I want to get a more in depth. Like,
She said it's her own scent, and she told me she's gonna. Did she not say she was gonna send me a bottle?
you think she got her own gum?
Rihanna, stop playing with me, son. Huh? No,
I feel
I
like
don't
Rihanna
know.
got everything like specially made for her.
I also told Rihanna she's the only woman that could get it.
That's true.
I did. The only one, because I know it's not attainable.
Walk me through it.
No.
How would you get it?
I have a gag. No.
How would you get it? How would you get it, Jason?
Oh my God!
Did you palm it?
Let's move on. My allergies are starting up here. Let's move on. No, but I do love Janet Jackson. Please don't stop sending the clip in her DM telling her that we're not hating on Janet Jackson.
Hell
I'm just
no.
saying, like, we're in an era now where you can't be an icon in the castle anymore. The people got to touch you. People got to feel connected to you. Your shit just not gonna move.
You don't feel like Janet be putting her like business out there in her music? I could think of a few songs, and I'm like, I'm not the biggest Janet fan, but I think of some songs. I'm like, she gotta be telling her
After
business.
seeing the Bobby Brown story, anytime, any place sounds like escapade. I get it. Yeah, I love Janet Jackson though, but stop whispering. Whole family blanket. Stop whispering.
Mad at the whispering everybody?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, Sade could whisper. Does Sade whisper? Sade
I don't think
doesn't
Sade
whisper.
whispers.
Yeah. Damn.
Sade talk to you like an auntie. She tell you what it is.
She's gorgeous too.
Yeah.
Speaking of auntie, everybody's still mad at Gail. They just can't
Poor
shake
Gail.
it. But no, wait, I'm sorry. No. Let me back up. Yeah, people are mad at Gail, but people are even more mad at Snoop, which I
Really?
don't understand.
Once you called her a dog-faced bitch, it kind of went left. But he was upset.
Right.
I mean, look, I
Minister Farrakhan has sounded off now, but he's supporting Snoop.
I was upset, and I don't even know Kobe.
Yeah.
Snoop has known Kobe since he's came to LA.
Yeah.
They grew kind of like together. Snoop was already an icon then, but I can't even imagine how he felt when he looked at that. So sometimes you say some shit and you got to take it back. You apologize.
Okay, but we've left Gail alone, so now we need to leave Snoop alone. Leave Snoop the fuck alone.
Yeah, Snoop apologized 15 times. Leave it alone.
Now, I am mad at Snoop, though.
Why?
He went on the Red Table Talk to talk about it with a turtleneck on. You are Snoop Dogg. You've already said
It's
your
chilly in the production studio.
You said your apology on Instagram. The world saw it. Let's move on. Why does he have? Is he doing damage control now?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, speaking of damage control.
Hey. No, I mean, think about this, man. Snoop is at that pedigree where he's a role model. He's a father.
He's an icon.
He represents so many things. So for him to degrade what it looks like to degrade a black woman, it's just not a good look for Snoop. Because Snoop, when you think of Snoop, you think of family. It's Uncle Snoop. You can't have Uncle Snoop and he's cursing and calling Auntie Gail a dog-faced bitch. But that's a dysfunctional family.
No, I'm gonna tell you why he can. Because he's the leader of the dog pound. So he knows a dog face when he sees a dog face. And I feel like it stayed consistent with his brand.
It was on brand.
Why are we doing this show? Gail, you know I like you, but if you don't get over my book, we got a problem. Because I went to her office and she still hasn't hit me back.
Gail, get the damn book.
Yeah, but she hasn't. Her people hit me.
Would you do an interview with Gail?
Of course. Gail King is still Gail King. I'm telling you, I do all this for entertainment, but I'll say I have Gail's back only for the sense that, was she wrong? Yes. The second question was the wrong part, right? Mm-hmm. And how she could have phrased it could have been different. But I'm over people attacking her like that because she's a black woman. That's why they're doing it. It's because she's a black woman.
Can we throw away all the things Gail has done in her career because of this one situation?
I don't think you can throw away every single thing Oprah's done in her career and around the world because of the Michael Jackson thing. You can throw most of it away. You can't throw it all away. Oprah, you fucked up. You still got to come in. Oprah, you have to come on this show. Yeah, Oprah is never gonna come here, but Oprah does need to. She needs to, like, her people need to get in touch with the culture and like figure out how.
No, that's true.
Build a culture council.
I think everybody to a degree can't think they're above the culture because there's a point in money you make where you feel like, oh, I control culture so much, but there's going to be a point where you realize that you're never above the culture.
But let me say something.
You got to check in.
But let me say something to you. When you're a global icon, your money's coming from Saudi Arabia. It's coming from Dubai. It's coming from London and Paris. Mm-hmm. You get money on top of money, and all the stuff that you hear the fodder in this country, you like, y'all got Donald Trump. Y'all a whole fucking joke. I'm over here. We had a whole meeting and found out that 80% of the people on Instagram are from around the world. Only 20% are in the U.S.
Damn.
That made me look at my whole business like, yo, I'm about to go to Paris next week.
You got to. We got to be global.
Got to.
We got to be global. Yeah. That's why we traveling, though.
Herpes are global, too.
Herpes is everywhere.
Damn. You imagine you somewhere in the sand with a motherfucker in the Mediterranean, and all of a sudden they tell you, hey, I got to tell you something. I got herpes. Like, fuck. We not smoking hookah. We can't even smoke hookah now.
You know, that's why they invented. Remember, I don't know. When I first started smoking hookah, they didn't have the tips.
Well,
and then it was like cracked lip herpes was going around because of the hookah, and then they started giving tips. I remember this. This was when I was like in college.
Jesus.
They used to just pass around the metal.
But who creates? See, this is why I kind of be like, okay. Now, I know my book is called God Must Have Forgotten About Me, and you read the book and you realize he didn't forget about me. But then you start to think of, like, who would put herpes on this earth? Is that the devil?
That's a good question. Where the fuck does that come from?
And I didn't even know a cold sore on the mouth was a herpes.
Yo, first of all, the devil made the infinite gonorrhea because that's hell on earth.
That's hell on earth.
That's what the devil made.
You give me gonorrhea I can't get rid of. I'm shooting you in the face.
How do you?
I'm shooting you. I'm gonna do a press conference. Yep, I shot that motherfucker. My dick is still on fire as we speak.
Nah, yeah, dick burn. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
All right. Well,
how do you even have sex when you have gonorrhea to give it to somebody?
I can't even take this. This is too much. My spirit is on fire, but it ain't gonorrhea.
He got that gonorrhea spirit.
We've hit a bump in the road, people. You know, I'm gonna learn stand up. Would you do stand up with me?
Hell yeah! I said you should do a one-man show.
Yeah, but I don't know how to do that.
Easy. Yo, your book.
I need another man to help me.
Your book can turn into a one-man show.
Yeah, but that's too emotional.
That's what people love about the one-man show. It's funny. It's emotional.
It's where you act out the scenes.
Yeah, you kind of like reliving your life the way you want to do it. You should do one.
But would it be just me by myself?
Yep.
Nah, that's too much
you
pressure.
can do whatever the fuck you want. It's your show.
Right. Damn, but
one-man show be lit.
Yeah, I don't want to have to give myself up to the foster care system every day.
You want to relive it?
Like, no, that shit is just, no. I relive my brother.
That's not funny.
No. I know it's not funny.
So I don't know why I'm laughing.
I'm over this show. That's why I'm laughing, because I'm surprised we're still talking. Those of you listening, thank you for sticking around. I know half the time we show up, it's amazing, but today is just, damn, we went from herpes to foster care. This show is going down the drain.
Having a great time.
The only reason I wouldn't do stand-up comedy is because if somebody booed me, I would want to delete their Instagram account.
But that's why you should do a one-man show, because if you get emotional at some point and somebody boos that, someone in the crowd will whoop their ass.
If I give myself up to foster care in my one-man show and I look over and somebody's giggling, I'm going to jail.
Oh, shit.
Because it's like...
Or like texting on their phone.
Can I tell you what somebody said to me on my Instagram?
What?
Are you ready? I fucking hate the world. They said to me, this is a real person too. God didn't forget about you. Your parents did.
What the fuck? They just left that on your page? Yo, people are nuts.
I can't even believe how mean the world is.
Did you respond?
Oh, of course. I ain't gonna say what I said, but yeah, I mean, the lace front was too far back for her to even have that kind of comment. But it was one of those things where I was like, wow. People will literally say the meanest shit to you. Of course, I've worked through
I think they feel like you can take it, though.
I can't take it.
Yeah.
But be very clear. I'm not a bottom. I know this Charlemagne has created this whole conversation. When I say I could take it, they can take a little clip and say, oh, Jason Lee said he could take it. I could take a joke. I could take an insult.
Do people assume you're a bottom often?
Yes. Not
Why?
Often.
I'm just saying, why? Why
Damn
do
it,
you feel
I'm
like...
not going to do an interview with you about...
I just want to understand how this makes you feel.
Because I think the idea of... like Charlemagne had pointed out that bottoms lives matter. And I was saying to him, like, there's no shame in playing your position.
Charlemagne has a movement called Bottoms Lives Matter.
Charlemagne is infatuated with the old conversation of bottoms.
Okay.
I don't know where that stems from. But he'll be on our show one day. And
yeah, we asked him.
Yeah, when he interviewed me, he had his whole ass was jiggling right there. And I'm like, it looked like Jello. I'm like, if you don't get this ass and balls away from me while I'm sitting here trying to have a conversation about my book, like, it's just, it was a little uncomfortable.
No, I think, like I said, the reaction when you was talking to Roy.
Is this show over yet? Is this show? People, I promise you, when Melissa comes back, we're going to be on our best behavior.
Do you feel like Melissa brings the best out of us?
No. But I do. There are some times where I look over at her and I go, damn, I can't say this because I know she's going to be like rolling her eyes or looking at me crazy. She is somewhat of a balance, but there are times we just, once we get into a groove, and we work through all the stuff, it just rolls out.
I feel like I'm an enabler.
No,
because stuff you say is just so funny.
No, you're the balance. People love, and they love that you're the balance. They love that you have, you have smart questions, and yeah, they love
until
you.
They hear this herpy conversation we got for them today.
Yeah, well, listen, there are people listening right now, and the people that are going to leave comments on the page, I'm going to tell who you are.
No, but honestly,
you got herpes and you whisper at work.
We shouldn't herpes shame, though.
Yeah, we
a
should.
lot of people dealing with that.
No, we should.
It is low key like a serious thing.
If you hug me and have a herpes,
you've definitely hugged more than 20 people with herpes.
Well, apparently everybody in the room has a herpes. Has herpes in your body.
If you have cold sores, that's a herpes.
I don't get cold sores.
That's you, but you held people that had a cold sore once upon a time.
One time I bit my tongue and forgot. 2 days later, I had bit my tongue and it was swollen in a little spot over here. And I thought it was a lump. I went to the doctor just so they could look at the lump to make sure it wasn't a herpes.
Shout out to that doctor.
Yeah, doctors like playing in my mouth, though. That's the thing I don't understand. Like, what? Anyway. All right, everybody, listen. I'm going to tell you our secret to preparing for today's show. We didn't. And... we appreciate you for logging in and enduring. Melissa's gone. Damage, I thought you did a phenomenal job in being an investigative reporter on bottoming and me exploring the world of herpes and porn, black film porn stuff. And those of you who don't like this show, you're a fucking hater because I'm going to tell you, you would not be able to have a reckless escape every other 2 days a week. We're only here 2 days a week. So
we got a guest.
Oh, yeah, we have a guest coming up. Seemore Cash.
Yeah.
Cash, okay. So
Here we go.
We have a friend of mine in the building, Cash. Cash, straight out of Minneapolis. Are you in Minneapolis or are you in California? Because you tend to travel. And then you were in Canada.
Yeah. So currently I'm in Florida right now, man.
Florida boy.
Yeah. Down near Orlando, man, chilling out.
Doing what?
with the fam, man. Just been working on my business behind the scenes. To be honest with you, I needed a break from Hollywood, so.
Well, you don't like the beautiful weather. I mean, it's sunny.
Of course. I had my first son too, so
We're gonna get into that in a minute because it's been a while. But no, I mean, we have Mickey Mouse here in California. They have Mickey Mouse in Orlando.
The bigger one.
Do you go to the theme park in Orlando though? Because I found it to be boring.
Man, I'll be honest with you, bro. I didn't work, do music, build cars, nothing for a full year. When I had my son, every day we was at Disney World. So yeah, we enjoy that shit, man.
So I first met Cash, I don't even know how many years ago. It was way before Hollywood Unlocked. It was before when I was trying to do Hollywood Unlocked. I've had a lot of experiences over this life. But you were an artist and still are artist, but you came here from Minneapolis with your Don Benjamin, who's a friend of mine, is your cousin.
Absolutely.
And you've been doing this music thing for a while. What has been your experience so far just through the journey? Because we've all had our experiences.
Man, I just seen a lot of snaky behavior. You know what I'm saying? I'm from a small town, so when we say we're going to do something, we do something. That's just the mentality. And then me, obviously, always having a foot in the streets, my code of ethics is a lot different than what the industry standards are as far as how they handle business. You know what I'm saying?
So when you got here, when you came here, did you have the idea of wanting to stay an independent artist? Did you want to were you looking for a major label? Or because nowadays, especially we've had Chance the Rapper on the show, there's so many ways of putting out music. You can go direct to consumer now, whereas before you had to have a big marketing engine behind you.
Well, when we got out here, it was, the social media shit really wasn't popping like that. MySpace.
It's pre-Instagram, right?
Yeah, way pre-Instagram. And we was out here when MySpace was really rocking. And so when we came out, we were looking for a deal. We found a deal with Universal, an independent through Universal. And the head of dude, I'm not going to say his name, but he ended up going to jail. So as we were signing this contract with Universal, he ends up going to jail, contract null and void. Lucky to even get out of that situation and not owe nobody nothing. And yeah, man, we've been rocking ever since.
So around the same time I started Hollywood Unlocked, you had the song Bounce Back. That was in 2015. And ironically, Big Sean is on his way up here to the show sometime soon. There was controversy that you had claimed that he took the song.
Absolutely, man. So yeah, I dropped a song in 2015. And nobody was really talking about bouncing back from nothing. That wasn't even in people's music. And I happened to be going through exactly that situation at that time. So when I went and shot the music, and shout out to my cousin Don, who was in the video, that shit went on World Star. 2 days.
It was like 4.5 million views.
Yeah, we did 4.5 million views. So it beat out a song that he had with Jenny Aiko he had a World Star that day, and Rick Ross's video. So at that point, I was going through some personal things with my ex-wife or whatever, and we was getting a divorce. So I literally kind of was like dodging shows and shit and kind of had a foot in the street. So I definitely was not trying to stay out of the light. And so 2016 rolled around and Homie came out with the exact same thing. But not only that, he did an interview talking about his process of how he came up with this song.
What did he say? Because I missed that.
He was just talking about his inspiration and like how somebody else brought it to him and told him about the concept. So either you or somebody from your camp, but regardless, you should have definitely yelled at me and said, hey, Cash, I like what you're doing here. Let's remix this joint and,
So it was like a direct copy? Like,
I mean, the hook.
Did he try to change it up a little bit?
To be honest with you, like his is like a more sped up version. His verse and stuff is totally different, but the hook and the melodies and like you don't say bounce back after every single thing you say and then say like that's not my cadence. You know what I'm saying? So you only took like the flow and like the words, but you took the cadence of the song and my ad lib. So it is what it is, though. And
so how did you bounce back from that? No pun intended. How did you bounce back from that? I mean, have you ever had a chance to talk to Sean or?
Nah, so I mean, I went obviously got a lawyer and shit, and I wasn't really gonna trip off of it. At first, it was flattering, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? I created a wave, and then it was one of those situations where I started getting phone calls from friends and shit like, yo, you hear this song? He stole your song, and I'm like, nah, and I listened to it again and again, and I'm like, wait a minute. Then got more and more text messages and phone calls. So when I called a lawyer and sent them the records, he was just like, yeah. And so that shit cost a bag, and obviously fighting with Def Jam or whoever the fuck he signed to, that's not lightweight.
So, okay, so you used to play basketball. Why? Yeah. What made you go, instead of playing sports, into music? Because music, I feel like, especially now since 2015, since when you were really out here doing it, I mean, there's so much going on with the digital download, with SoundCloud. Yeah. I don't even know where to find music anymore. I just listen to gospel music and stay prayed up. But why did you choose music over sports?
Well, it really wasn't like a choosing thing. It was at one point in time, as my cousin Active would tell you, I was doing both. You know, I was living. That was kind of always the problem, because I would be literally have a game, and then the next day we'll have a show.
But it was two passions though.
Yeah, both of my passions. But the basketball, to be honest with you, like I feel like it's like being in a relationship. When basketball do you wrong, you kind of want to stay away from it.
How you feel like the sports did you wrong?
Because I feel like basketball be pimping these players. Like when you really think about the whole aspect of how the whole system worked, you know, and I learned that early on, right before I left Minnesota, my first year in college. So I vowed to myself that if I ever was gonna go back to college, after these rules, I'm taking some money under the table. Because if I get hurt, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So my whole outlook on sports and like whether kids should get paid is totally different. And so that's what I did. When I came out here, I was focused on music only and got found playing in the open gym at UCLA. And then from there, these coaches, I was just telling them like, yo, if you want me, you got to take my cousins with me. You got to house us. You got to pay for our rent, da-da-da. Like, so it was still, the focus was always music. I just was using basketball now instead of letting it use me to get to where I wanted to go.
So when did cars come into the place? Because I didn't know that you were into cars.
Well, I've always had a passion for cars.
I know you've always had a nice car, but I didn't know that you were like into actually like designing cars.
Well, yeah, my two younger brothers, shout out to Calvin and Keyshawn. My two younger brothers actually were way more like into cars than I was. I just was always interested in the business aspect of it. And so I went to a car show and met some pretty high up people up there. And they liked my music, and we started talking about building a car together. And I think they thought I was playing until I pulled up and got that thing.
So what was the first car you built?
The only car I built is a Maserati. So I did a partnership with Maserati, and they allowed me to go ahead and build a car and take it to all the car shows. And yeah, man, I partnered with them, my rim company. Shout out to Pure Wheels. We did AccuAir, which is like an air shot company, so it was like hydraulics on a Maserati.
That's not like something an average dude can do. Like, how did that even come about?
Well, to be honest with you, man, I'm a very creative individual. Like when I want something, like I go after it. So after I purchased my first Maserati, the second one I went and got, I went and talked to the owner.
Oh, okay. So in your second Maserati.
Yeah. But I just wanted to show. I wanted to show my car dudes that I was serious, and I went and got a car. And then he was just like, "Yo, this Maserati is like the lower base of the one that you would need to build to like pretty much break the world." So when I went and got the second Maserati, I talked to the dude about the partnership and gave him like my vision and told him culturally how this would be a good situation, because I feel like when a lot of brands, they don't market to our people, they don't market to our demographic. Even though we spend the most money.
Yeah, we also have really bad credit.
We do. Sometimes. No, that's not everybody though. No, we kind of tapped. Listen. We didn't tap into this. We tapped into this credit thing now, man. I think we starting to get a hold of this credit thing. I'm seeing a lot more people with good credit scores.
So when you say you design, like, help me understand. You designed the Maserati. What did you actually do? Was it just paint work? Was it actual molding?
So like special wrap, body kit, the rim pattern that I have through Pure Wheels. We did all the logos and all that stuff, man.
Oh shit!
Custom suspension, like, which means that it's never been done on a Maserati, so we like created our own suspension for the Maserati.
Wait, so you've been at the dub shows? Were you highlighting the car at the dub shows? Because I haven't been to a dub show in years.
So that's kind of how I grew my following, to be honest with you. So the car thing for me, just
was marketing.
Marketing, exactly. I'm passionate about it, but in the contract I was signed with these people, like, I need to be performing here as well. So my car was actually winning all the awards at the shows. And I was getting to perform and reaching a different demographic with my music. I was watching my numbers shoot up, and I just was in a different light. I didn't sometimes don't like the light of how artists get painted nowadays. So I definitely wanted to be able to perform more in a corporate setting.
That's interesting, because I think that was one of the marketing tactics that Monster Headphones made. They rest in peace. But when they were thriving, one of the things that they had done is they had flown to Germany to do a deal with Volkswagen to put the Monster sound in the car, but then we're talking about becoming the sound for the arena to get the people. I think people don't realize, like, in building an audience, you got to be creative. You can't just put 100%. Shit out there and think that everybody's gonna find it.
Yeah, I went to school for business, man. So I was, and me and my ex-wife, we had several businesses. So I was just always kind of been tapped in on that side of things. And when I went about them, I told them, I'm like, hey, when I built this car, it's gonna help your bottom line. These cars are gonna start flying off the shelves, and sure enough.
Now, I was recently on the Breakfast Club, and Charlamagne, I had shared with him in my book, I outlined a 30-day plan of how I ended my relationship with a person I was involved with who also had business stuff together. So when you talk about your ex-wife, what was your plan and when you all were separated on how to, like, because you dissolved the businesses and stuff?
Well, no, I mean, I'll be honest with you, man, and that's around the time I may bounce back, to be honest with you. So going through that situation, with me, man, we both still loved each other. So I wanted to just leave the situation. I'll rebuild.
And you left her with everything.
Everything. I'm not trying to fight you over nothing. We're not trying to do all that.
See, that's what I do. That's what a real man does.
Yeah,
because
away.
you know you're gonna get it back.
Yeah, no, the shit you can't get back is them arguments and them physical and mental scars y'all have fighting on the way out.
Well, unless the ex is trash, then you take everything and just leave them fucking struggling.
That's your style, man.
I mean, that chapter 5, the toxic ass nigga I talked about, I left him with I got him a bus ticket and then left him with the dog. And y'all niggas get on the bus and I ain't seen him since. May he rest in peace. So, okay, so on top of all the business stuff, charity is important. Why is charity and philanthropy important?
For me, just because I came up in a very unfortunate situation. Pops on crack, mom, mental health problems. Very good woman, but mental health issues and just not having and feeling like being in a position where I can always give back. My cousins know that about me. Me always been the type of person, if I got it, you got it. So now being at a position in my life where I'm able to, organize charities and like help my friends out. It's been times my friends like in Inglewood to call me, yo, Cash, because that's where when I first moved out here, I was in Inglewood for a minute. So shout out to my dude Durant. He would always do charity work. He does tutoring and stuff for kids. So I would pull the Maserati up for the kids just to kind of inspire the kids. Show them that, hey, look, man, I come from the same place y'all come from. But if you really locked in on what you want to do, you can have this too.
Wait, so I just went live on Instagram with somebody from Minnesota and they were like, there's nothing in Minnesota. I'm like, Prince came from Minnesota.
No, it's tough, man.
The mall in Minnesota is great. You get tired walking around that motherfucker. You can get lost.
Nothing to do for us.
Is it bad? Is it rough though?
We're rough, bro. Rough. We've been on First 48 multiple times. Like this, where I come from, the most dangerous part, like the north side of Minnesota, the low ends all the way to high ends. A friend just got a shot in the face not too long ago.
Wow.
So it's just it's a lot of stuff going on there, man. And it's actually very racist. It's not racist, but it's very racist. It's actually like the number 2 as far as places don't live for colors.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Are there a lot of black people there though?
It's just in the concept. It's a melting pot. So I wasn't born in Minnesota. I was brought to Minnesota at like 2 years old, but my family's from Kansas City. So all the surrounding states. So it's like a family state. It's easy to get on welfare there. So we moved to Minnesota. We was in shelter or whatever for a bit. Mine was on welfare for probably the first 10 years.
Now, Kansas City's a motherfucker. First of all, congratulations on the Super Bowl. Everybody knows that I went to All-Star Weekend to track down Mahomes. Mahomes, we had you're a cool guy. He has a girlfriend, so I left that alone. But I will say, I'm working with the Kansas City governor right now to get a friend out of prison out there. It's something I don't even talk about because I've been dealing with it privately, and I asked Kim Kardashian to help me actually. But we kind of figured we kind of get on track because the new governor, her name is Laura Kelly. She's big on prison reform. He went to prison for 8 years, first time offender for 1 pound of weed. Is that the craziest thing? A pound of weed?
I mean, I guess it's wild. It's always where you at, man. Every state got a different law. That's what makes it wild.
Man. That's y'all making billions of dollars off that.
Of course.
Free labor, and it's literally not now. So I just said, okay, now I'm in prison reform. Here I am. I'm working to get somebody out of prison. Do you coming from Kansas City? Did you have you weren't there?
Rough. No, I had it back. I always spent a lot of time in Kansas City.
Because that's where your family's from.
Yeah, so all my family's from there now. All my uncles was just was blooding. It was rough, man. It's still rough, to be honest with you. Shit really still ain't changed. But yeah, so Kansas City, my uncles would be selling dope off the front. My mom and them in the back helping cook and all. It's just wild.
Sheesh.
Wow, yeah, wow.
Well, I mean, it's where a lot of people in the hood learn how to hustle and learn how to take those skills and apply it to business. So now we cooking up music, cars, and
we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff right now. Man.
So what are your thoughts on being independent? Is it just when you're literally grinding it on your own?
Well, that's the thing, man. I'm independent, so I'm definitely not going to get that title to somebody who out here getting all this extra help. I'm definitely over $1 million into my career, so I'm not going to front like I've had that type of help from a system or a machine. But independent, man, is when you out here really by yourself and you out here and you will go post your posters. You will post on your page. You're not expecting a whole, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I've been out here. So, yeah, independence when you really out here on your grind by yourself, man. And you got a few counterparts that's working on the team, but y'all building it from the ground up.
See, when I think of independent, I think of like E40.
Yeah.
I remember him pulling up in the
Yeah.
day. He would line the wall at the hood with 40 beer, and then he would sell tapes out of his trunk. And then they would put up their own posters, and they would, you know, on all the light poles and stuff. And I just kind of feel like, I don't know, it's too easy now to be an artist, but at the same time, it's oversaturating the market for people to find the real talent.
No, and I've been dealing with that, man, because I feel like I've never really rolled with the crowd. I've always been against the grain. I don't know if you kind of picked that up on me as over the years. Like, I never was the type to be like, oh, I'm just going to go ride this wave or do what everybody else is doing.
But isn't it easier to ride the wave?
Yeah,
I mean, it's wavy out here. It's wavy, you know?
You know what I'm saying? But the same wave you ride on, you crash on.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? When you create your own wave, you get to decide when the wave
It's harder
starts.
that way, though.
It's harder.
It's more beneficial at the end, but it's harder.
I watched you do the same thing, and that's why I say, man, much respect to you, dog. I really watched you come from the bottom of this shit and do it your way, though. That's different.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? These people have to do it somebody else's way. I've seen you do it your way.
But it's hard, though. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie. Like, even today, you know, we had a show. Our last show was kind of out there. And I was at the house like, we ain't gonna get that Clorox money if we put that out. I ain't gonna be able to host no award show with that. So, I mean, it's one of those things where I do agree. Like, I think the guerrilla style of just really, like, if you believe in yourself and you invest in yourself and you just keep going, eventually it happens. I think the people, and, you know, I'm on this whole book tour now where I'm telling people, like, yo, the minute you give up could be the minute before you made it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So what gives you, I mean, I know now you're a father, which is crazy because that means you're responsible and you're not out here with all these girls like you used to be. Now you're,
Oh, you know what, man? That's how you gonna do me,
no, but I
dog.
mean, like, now you're a father, so
Yeah.
like, what are have your priorities shifted?
100%, man. Like I said, my situation growing up was really messed up. I've been working since I was like 11 years old, hustling in the streets since 11. And so for me, I never took a year or a day off work. I haven't been on many vacations. Everywhere I travel is for business or I don't go. So with my son, when I had him, I said, you know, everything stops now. Like, as the world stops in my world. So if I can focus on and give him that love and attention. And when it is time for me to get back on the road, I'm familiar to him. He knows that I've been here, and I'm not like I'm going anywhere, but it's time.
You're not absent. If you are away, it's because you're working. And
Absolutely.
So what do you plan to instill? What lessons do you plan to instill in him that you feel maybe weren't instilled in you?
Mainly, man, just being passionate. I feel like the world lacks passion right now, to be honest with you. I see a lot of people doing what other people do because other people want to do it. It's not enough I'm doing this because I'm motivated or inspired to do it. So with him, I just want him to feel passionate about everything he go to do and do it to the best of his ability.
Well, and if that don't work, I'm sure you're going to teach him how to go take it.
Damn.
Wait.
No,
So,
but I'll give you an example. I don't mean steal. I mean, like, I look at other people that do what I do, and I try to fuck with them in business, but then when I feel like I ain't getting reciprocated, I go take it. You know, like right now I have a whole episode of Problematic out. This fucking YouTuber from hell. I didn't want no smoke with a YouTuber. What the fuck I look like talking to this basement troll? But I'm like, yo, I want to have a presence on YouTube. I'm going to go fucking fight with this gremlin and her family. And then now all the YouTubers are talking about me online and my numbers are going up. So, bitch, thanks. I mean, that's what I mean. Sometimes you try to fuck with people, but then if it don't work, you got to go take it.
Yeah.
I'm saying, why you have that outlook about that on me, though? Because you said this to me before.
Because I just think, like, you are a hustler. You're very strategic in all your businesses. I don't think you just do anything for the sake of doing it. You know, you're very calculated. Every move is lined up, and you're very thoughtful. And your demeanor, you're just a very calm mind. You know, I just think you think through things, and I think that
I appreciate it.
a lot of people, like, there's this whole thing where I say with Hollywood Unlocked, you know, we really threw everything at the wall, and whatever stuck, we just kept throwing it, you know? And in some cases that's good, but also in a lot of cases now we're very strategic. Now it's very like, who are we aligning ourselves with? How are we partnering? You know, do we maintain ownership? What's the distribution channel? So it's more strategic now, but when we started it was very like, just throw shit at the wall.
Yeah, but you always had that. Like I said, it's very few people, man. I feel like I've seen, because you got to think over the years how many people has been around us and not around us no more, and how many people actually, like you said, stuck. Like
It's true.
And watching the growth is crazy.
And even
man.
looking at Don, you know, I remember when Don, when I met Don, he had 10,000 Instagram followers. I'm like, who is this fucking guy with green eyes or blue eyes? I don't know what he had. I was more looking at active anyway, so it didn't matter.
Man.
But I mean, I'm like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? You know, but you know, you all have turned out to be really solid people, and you know, we each have found our respective lanes of what we want to do.
Absolutely.
We kind of grew up.
A little bit.
Damn it, you got a kid. Don's getting married. Active, I don't know. He's still a hoe, but he out here.
Yeah, he out here in these
We
streets.
gonna put Active's Instagram up so y'all can slide in his Instagram.
Man, he out here.
Well, listen, thanks for coming on. Tell people where to find you. You have a new song. You're working on a new album.
Album coming out, man. May, that's the most important reason, other than checking in with my mans and getting your book.
Talk about it really quick.
Reflections of D'Angelo, man. That's actually my middle name. So I've never been able to really tell my story. As you know, I've always kind of been like in the shadows of shit. So this is the first time I'm able to, you know, away from the streets and away from everything I'm doing to tell my story.
A reflection of D'Angelo, like D'Angelo the singer?
No, that's my name.
Okay, no, because I was going to say, I know you said that, but I thought maybe there was going to be a video with you, a bunch of baby oil. You know how he did the whole brown thing? You should do it. It would be a great marketing tactic.
I you can't hit me with the shit.
Put some fake cornrows in.
You know, Tiana Taylor's husband just did that.
I saw it. I messaged him about it.
Did it.
You did. I messaged him. Iman, you did a great. You know, I told you did a great job. I fuck with Iman. You did a great job.
Iman, I told you.
I texted him. He hasn't responded, but maybe it was. We were at All Star. It was a lot going on.
I told you that.
No, Iman, I told you did a great job. That boy, I tell you. But okay, so reflection of D'Angelo. So now people get to see the more personal side.
Yeah, man, you just get to. I get to speak about everything now. You know, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Was involved in some situations that came up with the law. So now everything is kosher. I'm in a different place in my life, and I want to tell my story, man, and how I got to where I got to.
So May 2020, and you're the first. I think since we've redesigned our website, relaunched and everything, and by the time people get this, they'll see it everywhere. But you're the first independent artist that we're now featuring on our music page, because we're all known for spilling the tea and having all these exclusives. But after interviewing the John Legends and the Casanovas and everybody, I'm like, yo, we really need to hone in on music too, because there's a lot of artists out here, independent artists, that they need a platform, and so we're hopefully going to be extending our platform to most of those people. And I'm not going to South by Southwest this year because is it already passed? When is that?
No, it's coming up. It's March.
I ain't got time for that. Next year. But man, your hustle is crazy. You've continually, made moves that have put money in your pockets and other people's pockets, and you've been, somebody who I think is just a testament of having like that desire to win. And I know you're going to be a great father, and I know you're going to be a tough father. And hopefully, are you married now?
No, I'm not. So me and my baby bump, we kind of like we.
So there's no wedding.
I mean, I don't know what the future holds, man. I just know right now my main focus is just being the best father and co-parenting, and being supportive for her in anything that she has going on.
All right, well, keep us posted and come back when you're here in LA.
Man, check this out with my reflections of D'Angelo.
We're gonna put.
That's gonna be the dopest shit out. I promise you.
We'll put it in the video, and then you have to send this to us, and we'll put it on the site.
Oh, absolutely, appreciate you, my brother.
For sure. All right, we're out of here. Peace.
Love, cash.
What up, YouTube? Thank you for watching this reckless show.
Yeah, and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell.
And also don't forget to share and leave a comment, because we are reading.